Happy birthday, Geminis. It's y'all birthday. I hope you guys turn up. You know, the Geminis that I know that celebrate their birthdays, because I know some that do not. The ones that do, they celebrate all month long. Like, so Geminis, y'all have fun, but don't do too much, okay? Don't overdo it, all right? All right, so Geminis, let's take a look and see what can Geminis and Gemini placements look forward to. Let's see. I want to say also welcome to the Healing Path. I'm Dreamseer 444, and you already know this is a Gemini reading. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, lots of fire energy coming out. There's Aries, and it's also Capricorn energy coming out for you. Some of you Geminis, you're just going to be too busy working. You got a lot of things that you got to take care of, things you got to pay for. So some of you are not even doing a whole lot of celebrating. I do see the Four of Wands. So you'll have you a little bit of fun. You may go out a little bit into, you know, maybe celebrate with a few friends, maybe do something at the house with some people or something with the Four of Wands. But it looks like you go to work, you come home, you know, you might do a little something real quick and you're back at work. That's for some of you Geminis. Definitely don't sound like the Geminis that I know, because yeah, the ones that I know, they're partying all Gemini season. That's just how they get down. But some of you definitely could have strong fire placements there, okay? All right, Gemini, I also see that you're trying to cut down on so many responsibilities. Maybe you have a lot on your plate right now, and you're so busy trying to focus on how to find some type of ease, some type of comfort while you're going through some things, like while you are having so many things to take care of. It's like you ain't really, some of you just seem like you don't really have the time for it though. Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, like you always got something to do, always got somewhere to be. But this Knight of Wands does give me that Gemini energy of being a free spirit. Okay, so for some of you Geminis, you know, you could have somebody that's coming in, you know, wanting to have a little fun, be very passionate with you. So maybe this is like a friend or somebody that is coming in saying, hey, you know, let's go out, let's have some fun. This could be somebody who's interested in you, somebody that you could be dating, or this is just somebody who, you know, is like, you know, flirting. They can see that you have a lot that you've been taking care of lately, and maybe they just want to go out and have fun. This could be someone who you work with, or you meet someone around work or something like that. What's this Knight of Wands here? For some of you Gemini, this is you. You are a free spirit, and this is you being very, you know, confident, looking good. This is for some of you. This is somebody here who's going to be reaching out to you, communicating to you, maybe asking you to go out. Like I said, so Gemini, you could have a fire sign or a water sign that may be wanting to reach out to you. Okay? This could even be a child calling to say happy birthday, or a child giving you some like nice, warm, heartfelt message. More fire coming out. But yeah, it could definitely be a message that comes in for you rather quickly. And it could be a nice, warm message, maybe from someone who you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, definitely could be a Sagittarius. Okay, heavy out here, right? All right, what is this Ten of Wands here that is coming out in Gemini's reading? Some type of, like, being burnt out, stressed out. Yeah, some of you are single, okay? Some of you are, like, independent, and you're doing a lot by yourself, and you need this time to yourself. You need a little break. You need some rest, and that's why I feel like somebody may be giving you a call to, you know, maybe have some fun, or maybe just somebody wants to show their appreciation, their thankfulness to you, or something like that, because you're doing a lot of hard work here, and A lot of you are doing it on your own. With this Page of Cups, you could be a single parent for some of you. Some of you, you know, it just may be, like I said, an invitation to someone. Whoever this Knight of Wands is, you know, Knights don't stick around long. So this could be somebody who's in and out. They just want to come and have fun. So this could be somebody from out of town. This could be someone who, like I said, that friend who just likes to turn up and have fun. You have the Hangman coming out here. Pisces energy here. All right. So for some of you Gemini, you could be trying to contemplate. This could be you thinking about where, you know, what you want to do next as far as like career, or I feel like for some of you Geminis, you have you got a lot of obligations, and maybe you're going to be taking some time to figure out how you can release some of the responsibilities that you have on yourself. Or this could be somebody else who's thinking about you and thinking about how they can bring you some type of sense of relief here to you. Maybe even if it's just for your birthday, you know. What's the Hangman out here? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this could be, you know, somebody wanting you to yeah, this could be somebody wanting you to rest. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse could be somebody being lazy, somebody not really putting in a lot of effort. It could also be somebody unreliable, but I don't see you being unreliable, Gemini. I feel like this could be, you know, someone looking at you and wanting you to rest. You could be a Gemini that's always on the go. You could be one that, like I said, has lots of responsibilities. You're very loyal to your family, loyal to your job. You're determined to, you know, see through whatever tasks you have going on. Some of you could be in school learning something new, but there's something that you're working so hard on, and you could be working this hard because you're trying to, you know, maybe pay off some debt or relieve some type of burdens. And it could be somebody that wants to help you out with that, or even if it's just, like I said, for a moment, somebody may see that you need a release, you need a break, and someone may want you to put down the hard work for a time. What's the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? Normally the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is lazy and disloyal. But with the Five of Swords, Gemini, I am going to have to warn you that you want to be careful about certain people. You know, I know it's your birthday, but you got the Five of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's somebody around you that's very disloyal. There's somebody around you that you want to be careful about being in this energy, though. This is air energy, even though it's, I think, Aquarius. Be careful about self-sabotaging, okay? Because some of you Geminis are working really hard, and then there are some that, you know, may be slacking off a little bit, or this is someone around you, Gemini, that may be slacking off a little bit, not really doing as much as they need to do to get the job done. So this could be someone who is looking at someone, contemplating letting them go. What is this in regard to? This could be a lover. This could be an employer. You got the Lovers with the Queen of Swords. And I just said it could be a lover or it could be a job. So for some Gemini, you know, and this is your energy here with the Lovers, some of you are making a choice. Maybe you're bored with a person, a job, an environment here. And maybe you're not putting as much effort into it as you used to, because you are trying to make a decision as to whether, you know, it's even worth it. It feels like love for some of you, but for some of you Gemini, somebody could be really looking at a situation when it comes to work. Maybe work is slowing down. Maybe it's just not as exciting as it used to be. Maybe, you know, there's some like disloyalty around a job or a relationship, and somebody's like looking into that. Who is this involving? It could be another air sign, but it could, you know, this could be you. Gemini is out here. Yeah, some of you are contemplating something new. Queen of Swords to the Ace of Wands. This is someone who's taking an honest look at something, you know, and maybe trying to make sure that you secure your future by making a sound decision. Someone is looking at something very, like, real close here. Yeah, you got the world card. So some of you Geminis are contemplating letting something go, closing out a cycle, but you're in the balance. You're not sure as to what direction to take. Every card in my hand is indicating that Gemini, somebody wants to leave something behind, but they want to make sure that they have a good plan, that whatever this Ace of Wands is, that it's going to, whatever this new beginning or this new opportunity is, you wanted to make sure that, you know, it has the potential to grow, and it looks like it does. Whatever this is that you are contemplating, because Gemini, for some of you have a choice that you need to make, and it looks like with the Ace of Wands, this is a new beginning. This is you starting something new. Okay, this could be a creative spark, something that you are initiating. But in order for you to really fully invest and grow this, there has to be something else that closes out here. Or maybe some of you graduate from school, or maybe you have a child that's graduating from school. But there's some sense of accomplishment here for you, Gemini. And you're contemplating, like, trying to find some type of balance. For some of you, it's your work-life balance, okay? Because maybe you don't have enough time. Maybe this birthday season is helping you to realize that you've been working so hard, and it's like you may want to focus on other things. And maybe you have to come out with a plan, because with the Eight of Cups out here, you could be abandoning a plan, you know, a previous plan, walking away from something, maybe even to travel, even if it's just for a while, to take a break. You know, for some of you, Gemini, I feel like you really do need to take some time to yourself, or just to celebrate yourself right now. For some of you, Gemini, this is a relationship, and maybe you're contemplating giving it a rest. You may be contemplating, like, you know, letting something go. Some of you are really trying to balance out those finances, though. Really get the books in order. Someone could be moving money around. Okay, if it's not you, Gemini, this could be someone that's close to you. It could be a Pisces, a Libra, a Virgo, or a fire sign, a Sagittarius. Somebody's trying to move some money around. Somebody trying to come up with an idea to close out, like, a previous cycle, which could have involved, like, a lot of stress, a lot of burdens here. So somebody's trying to move past, like, a difficult time towards something that is more peaceful. What's going on with you guys in love? With the lovers out here, some of you could be having a choice. You could be meeting a soulmate here. Okay? Or some of you are ending a cycle with someone who you have who maybe you thought was like a soulmate. Because I see the Queen of Swords with her back turned to the lovers here. And she's speaking her thoughts, her feelings, or she's stating some facts. Hold on, I just scratched my arm. It's kind of bleeding. Hold on, Gemini. So yeah, with me saying that and talking about the Queen of Swords, some of you, Gemini, you could be speaking some very cutting words to someone. Because I literally just scratched my arm and it started bleeding. So maybe you hurt someone's feelings when you end a cycle with someone. This could be somebody who's in this Knight of Wands energy, wanting to come towards you just to sleep with you, to have some fun, to relieve their own burdens. Because I do feel like there is a fire sign out here, predominantly Sagittarius energy, who wants to come around, maybe have some fun. With the Ace of Wands, you could be putting an end to just having this little passionate fun. You may be walking away from relationships that are disappointing, people, situations, environments. So Gemini, you could just be at a place right now where you're at a crossroad, where you're trying to figure out, yeah, spiritual lesson is out here. You're trying to figure out the next chapter in your life of what you want. And it looks to me like you're going to be releasing someone or several things in your life to go towards something that is more fulfilling to you. And it could be that you're manifesting something, whether it's in your talents, your skills, something here that is going to grow. What is this spiritual lesson that you learned? You've learned your lesson here, or someone is currently in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And I feel like for a lot of you Geminis, you're getting the message. Okay, you're getting the message that if it's someone new, that you need to go slow and take your time to get to know each other. Okay, maybe in the past you rushed in with someone in this Knight of Wands energy, and you went right into some stress, burden, and a lot of responsibilities, obligations with someone. Maybe even, getting married, moving into a home. Something could have been rushed, or someone, you met, it was very lustful, very passionate. Maybe, the attraction was there, but it was predominantly sexual. And so now you're going to be taking your time, Gemini, to get to know someone, because you may have found out that you rushed into something so quick and there was a lot of cheating, or somebody else had some outside influences, or maybe even you, Gemini, maybe you ended up in something you wasn't happy, and maybe you ended up stepping out, or your person ended up stepping out. But I feel like for a lot of you Gemini, you learned a spiritual lesson here from a person, or maybe even something else in your life has taught you. And now you're wanting to do things with integrity. You're wanting to do things different. With the Pisces energy out here, the Hangman, it makes me feel like you're seeing life from a different perspective now, and you're making different choices here, okay? You're asking yourself, does whatever or whoever is in your life, do it align with your morals and your values? Because there was something that happened in the past that was just fun, it was fleeting, and it led to a lot of burdens for you. So now, and yeah, it could involve children. So some of you could have gotten pregnant, or, you found yourself, being a mother, a father, maybe even a single mother. I mentioned that earlier with the Nine of Pentacles, with the Page of Cups. Some of you, found yourself being a single parent because, you got into something, or something happened and you had to take on a lot of responsibilities, out of the blue. So you're being very careful about who you allow into your life and who you don't. So I see you, if you've been rejecting people, or people have been rejecting you, it's for divine protection here. You do have a true love that's either already a part of your life, or someone who's coming in to your life. Now you could be torn between relationships, or somebody is torn between relationships when it comes to you, Gemini, especially with the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers out here. There's some juggling, there's some indecision, there's multiple options out here, and someone here is making a decision to release, walk away, and abandon one for another. Someone may be reaching their limit when it comes to the relationship that they're in. Someone may be choosing to block someone off. It's a very stressful decision for somebody because they've been juggling it for a while. But I feel like someone is getting to a place where they're having to make a decision. Or Gemini, you may be having to make a decision as to what's good for you and what's not good for you. Gemini, some of you may be cutting someone off, blocking someone. Okay? Yeah, you're focused on your happiness, on what makes you whole. Okay, with the World card out here, I feel like you are going to experience some level of success here. May even involve travel, but there's some cycle that's wrapping up here, and it leads you to happiness because you've learned the lesson here. Okay, you do have protection to prevent you from harm. Okay, some of you Geminis, you're going through a divorce, or there's irreconcilable differences here between you and someone, or there's someone in your life who is going through a divorce, but the divorce came out with retaliation, punishment, payback, and revenge, along with pretending, fake living beyond means, and lockdown, mental prison, and confined. So someone here could be going through a divorce and it's wearing on them mentally. Someone could be wanting to retaliate against someone for breaking up or ending a relationship, but there's someone who is pretending to be happy or pretending that they have more than they really have. Somebody has been really out here living beyond their means, and now they're in mental confusion. So Gemini, I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but there is somebody who is really confined. They could be locked up, or this is someone who's in some mental imprisonment, knowing that they may have overindulged, overspent. They did something here with their lifestyle that now they have regret. Okay, this could have been someone in a marriage or something pretending that everything was good, but somebody was in a mental confinement. Somebody was like feeling in prison. And with retaliation, somebody could be seeking revenge on someone. Somebody could be wanting revenge, maybe for a breakup, for an ending, or for a divorce. I don't know what that's regarding. What else is coming out here for Gemini? Yeah, karmic, third-party relationship lesson. I feel like Gemini, you may have been right in the middle of some karmic relationship. And it's taught you your worth, your value, what you want and what you don't want in a person. Yeah, but you have somebody who has their eyes on you. Somebody is fascinated with you, focused on you here. But this is someone who may have put you in the middle of a karmic relationship that they were needing to learn their lesson from. So this is like somebody who was in an unhappy situation. They had their eyes on you, or they had their eyes on someone else, and somebody dragged someone in the middle of their karmic lesson. It was for someone else to learn the lesson about their own happiness, and instead of them getting out of the connection that they were in, they just dragged somebody else in. So Gemini, some of you were dragged into a third-party situation, or you may have gotten yourself involved in one. And yeah, somebody wants you back. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Somebody wants you back. Maybe they feel like they've learned their lesson. Looks like you don't want to hear it though, Gemini. It looks like someone in this situation is fed up and they're moving in silence to try to avoid someone they're not want, or they're being advised to. Because somebody here is fascinated with someone. Someone here is really yeah, there's rejection here. Somebody is pursuing someone though. The minute someone gets rejected is when they start to pursue even more. Who is this person? For some of you Gemini, there's a karmic lesson here that is wrapping up, and I feel like for you, you've learned your lesson, or you're in the process of learning your lesson when it comes to someone, especially like it could be an air sign with the Knight of Swords, somebody who was very single-minded when you were with them, someone who was very impulsive, wanting to have fun, someone who may have been very, taking a relationship very lighthearted here. Okay, but this could be you. Some of you, you're dealing with an air sign relationship. And with the Knight of Swords, this is somebody who acts very impulsive. This is also someone who could be a bit childish here. And you have the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Swords out here. So I feel like there is someone who is not mature enough to really hold a relationship. And I feel like you've learned your lesson because you've leveled up in some way. And I feel like you're making a decision to let something go. You don't want to hear it anymore. You don't want to speak on it anymore. What did this person do here to Gemini or cross-watcher? Some of you are cross-watching for a Gemini. Yeah, Hangman is coming back out here again with the Knight of Wands. Somebody tried to keep you stuck in some cycle of where they were coming in and out, where they were inconsistent. This is someone who is highly sexual. What's the energy of this Knight of Wands when it came to Gemini? Someone could be a Pisces. Someone could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This Knight of Wands could be married with the Ten of Coins here. And this is someone who was tiptoeing. I said it's a karmic relationship that someone dragged you into. This is someone who could have had a lot of money. Someone could be well off. Or Gemini, this could be you. You know, that has lots of money, or family comes from money or something like that with the Ten of Coins. But this is a Knight of Wands. This is someone who wants to come in and out and have fun. They're very inconsistent. Someone wanted to keep you always wondering or in limbo or always wanting them. Someone likes to sit and watch you stress out over them or something like that. With the Hermit out here, someone could be a Virgo, or someone was ghosting here. Someone was always in and out. But the Ace of Cups flipped over. I'm going to put it back, but it did flip over. So some of you, it is a water sign. Could be a Virgo, an earth sign, a fire sign, heavy, or Pisces is coming out here, water. Okay, so there is an Ace of Cups that's flipping over. This is a new beginning. This is emotional fulfillment. This can also be the birth of something new, a new idea. It could even be a child. But there is emotional fulfillment that flipped over. So I don't know if with the Hermit, somebody could have been ghosting someone. And maybe somebody left you alone enough for you to really do some soul searching of your own. And maybe it helped put you on your path. Four of Cups in the reverse. So somebody is... someone may have thought something was a missed opportunity here. You may have looked at something like a missed opportunity. Or there's a water sign who missed out on an opportunity, and now like they don't want to be rejected, or they don't want to miss the opportunity anymore. What's this Four of Cups in the reverse? Queen of Coins. Someone could have missed the opportunity because of their connection with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Queen of Coins. Or someone doesn't want to miss the opportunity with you, Gemini. You could be this Queen of Coins. You could have a child. Like I said, some of you are parents. You have single, you know, you may have a son, a little boy. There's just a child here in a stroller. Maybe you have a young child with somebody. But I feel like somebody here may not want to miss the opportunity to be with you. They see your value. They see how you are so grounded and how you're so down to earth, how you take care of business. You could be the type of Gemini who dresses very nice, because she's dressed very nice. Her hat is matching her work suit. Some of you could work in an office setting where you wear like a she don't look like she's wearing a uniform. Look like she's wearing like a little two-piece skirt set or something like that. So you could work in an environment, or you could just be a person that likes to dress up, you know. But I feel like you look good, Gemini. And I feel like somebody regrets that, you know, they're missing this opportunity with you. With the Seven of Cups, this is someone who may have kept the relationship in limbo, in confusion. Someone didn't know exactly what was the best route to go, to choose when it came to the relationship with you, relationship with someone else. Like I said, somebody could have had, could have been in a marriage, especially with the Queen of Coins. This could also be someone who is finding themselves on the outside of their relationship now. So somebody could be getting rejected here, okay? Somebody who may have rejected you, Gemini, may be getting rejected. And they're not handling it well. Nine of Wands, the King of Coins with the Four of Wands. There's somebody here who has a living situation, a marriage, or they have some type of foundation and they're burdened with a lot of obligations. Gemini, this could be you. You could be going through a divorce of some sort, and it's a lot of stress on you. Or for some of you, like I said, you needing to find that work-life balance. You could be working a lot. You could have a high-paying job, or there's something that you do that brings in lots of money. But it could be stressful. She has urgent, not complete work requests. So somebody is like backed up at work with so many responsibilities, and maybe that is what affects someone's love life as well. Maybe somebody is always at work, because even with the Four of Wands, these people have on work badges and like they're in the lunchroom. So even though the Four of Wands can symbolize, home, a community, an establishment, someone may work a lot, be at work all the time. Maybe work is like home to them or something like that. And with the Four of Cups in the reverse, it's like, someone is missing out on opportunities to really be in a loving relationship. I don't know if this is somebody who chooses. Let me see something. I don't know if this is somebody who is, I ain't gonna be able to see it. Hold on. Who now wants to receive love, and now they want you back. But I feel like maybe this is somebody who really don't have that much time on their hand. They work a lot, or you do, Gemini. Maybe you just got too many other things to focus on. So when somebody ghosted or did what they did, wanted to be impulsive in and out, like Gemini, you have so many responsibilities. You're like, whatever, All right. But I do see that somebody wants you back, and they're all focused on you. But you, Gemini, may be focused on some other things in your life right now, not this person. Especially if they are married, or you are married to this person, or were married to this person. I feel like you're not focused on them. What else is going on for Gemini? And I'm going to wrap it up. Gemini, drink more water, less caffeine and alcohol. Yeah, some of you Geminis need to be careful. I know it's your birthday, but don't drink too much. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Don't do too much caffeine and alcohol. You have Divine Feminine. And you have, if you let this go and heal, better comes. I feel like this is what you're learning here, Gemini. You're learning that if you release something that you may have been holding on to, and it's wearing you out, it's creating so many burdens for you. If you let this go, there is I just saw new love. Yeah, you have a new love coming in. And for some of you, this is going to be somebody who's very loyal and faithful to you. Now, this could be the person who's working a lot. This could be someone who's going through a divorce. But I feel like for those of you Divine Feminines, Geminis, you're working on that that feminine energy, being more receptive, being in your soft girl, energy, and healing, and I feel like this is going to attract someone into your life who's going to be there with, for you, somebody who lines up more with your morals and your values. You're being told not to give an answer right away to someone, because this is someone who likes to play the villain. They rather be the villain in the story. So this could be somebody who intentionally antagonizes you, intentionally creates obstacles, intentionally causes burdens. And I feel like you're not trying to play with someone. You're not trying to play someone's game, especially whoever this is in this Knight of Wands, Knight of Sword energy, okay? Yeah, somebody could have been trying to support other people with your money, and this person here, or someone's finding out that somebody's been giving their money to karmics, to other people. Be careful about someone trying to use you, Gemini. Even if you're, you may be single. This could be family. This could be friends. This could be even your own children you know, wanting to take money and get money from you to be able to give to other people. Somebody was on that type of time, okay? With either you, Gemini, or with somebody who you know, all right? Doesn't have to be a lover. It could be just somebody who you're familiar with, somebody who's trying to use them. There's somebody here who also likes to ghost, disappear, and they avoid eye contact. They don't show interest, don't return calls, and the only time they reach out to you is for selfish reasons, okay? I feel like for some of you, Gemini, this is a fire sign. I don't know. It could be an earth sign. It could be any other sign out here. But I just looked at this card in my hand, and the first word I saw was fire. It says, without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down. So I feel like, Gemini, you're trying to avoid arguments and confusion with someone because you already learned your lesson when it comes to this person. Whether it's, like I said, a family member, a child, whoever it is, you're not trying to argue with someone. And so the fire will die out if you avoid dealing with this person, if you avoid, bringing them back into your life. Okay. It says also, there is a way that appears to be right, but in the end, it leads to death. So choose wisely. Both of these are Proverbs. Okay. Proverbs 26 and Proverbs 14. It may be something that seems right, and maybe somebody's trying to convince you that something is right. But I feel like your intuition and Archangel Michael is out here to protect you and to guide you in the right way. There's something that you want to line up with your morals and values, and currently it doesn't. And so you're going to be guided on how to deal with someone, how to handle a situation peacefully here, okay? You're still a child. So for some of you, this has to do with children. It has to do with a child that maybe you have to correct. A child that maybe they are impulsive, reckless. Maybe they want money from you to support their girlfriend, their boyfriend, and maybe you're instilling in them responsibility, and you're telling them that they need to handle their own shit. And nothing wrong with that, because maybe this is someone who's a young adult that can go get a job. For some of you, this could be a child that, maybe they're feeling themselves. Maybe, and another way around to look at it is this could be a child that you may be having to let them know that, you want them to stay in a child's place. Maybe there's a child that wants to help you. Maybe there's a child that sees that you're going through something, and you're telling them, hey, you're still a child. I want you to focus on being a child. I got this, or something like that. I'm getting that for some of you. I'm going to close out your reading here, though. Gemini, yeah, somebody's about to reveal something or confess something to you, okay? It could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or something gets revealed about a water sign, Gemini. I only say that because there's liquid, it looks like water or tea. Somebody could be about to spill the tea on someone. Love affair. Somebody's on the down low, and their dirty little secrets are coming out as well. Okay, so you may hear about this. You may hear about someone through social media. Okay, something may come up online with plugged in, tuned in, internet, and connected. Or you are so divinely connected till you're getting downloads about someone's hidden secrets here. Whoever this person is that may want to meet and talk to you, I feel like you're getting messages on why you need to reject this person, why this is a forbidden connection here. All right. So Gemini, I'm going to wrap up your reading. I hope you guys have a great birthday. All right. Yeah, Gemini, like, don't work too hard. Have some fun, but don't have too much fun, Gemini. You already got a warning to drink water. Not just a bunch of tea and not just a bunch of caffeine and alcohol, Gemini. Because I know the Geminis that I know can drink, baby. And some of them I know have stopped drinking. But I'm a Gemini rising, so I'm going to say I too need to drink some more water today. I didn't drink as much water as I should be. But, all right, Gemini. If this resonates with you guys, leave it in the comments, and I will talk to you later, Gemini.